Tonight, it's super speedway action under the lights. MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway this evening with flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. With a history and prestige here at this track, the teams seem to be all pushing themselves just a little harder this week.
Well, you're right. To have your name mentioned as a former winner here at Daytona puts you on a list with some drivers that these guys have admired since they were kids.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
The 4th of July and Daytona International Speedway go together like ketchup and mustard, peanut butter and jelly. And tonight is one of those nights. Tonight it is racing like you've never seen it before. The Pepsi 400 here from Daytona International Speedway. We've already made one journey here earlier this year, the Daytona 500, the biggest race in NASCAR. And it proved to be one for the ages. All those cars under a blanket competing for a win, but it would be the number 22 Bill Davis Racing Pontiac of Ward Burton that would come out on top, taking his first Daytona 500 victory and the first winner of the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup Series season. And that man will start in the 6th position tonight. As you see your starting lineup there, you see your previous winner, Ward Burton, starting in 6th. Bobby Labonte and Downhart out the front row. Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace. Plenty of heavy hitters up towards the front. In the backside, you have some new names joining the grid. Jeff Fuller, last car to qualify, he got in based on his qualifying speed. It's his first start of the 2000 season. But we are ready to kick things off here from the Pepsi 400. Pace car makes a sharp left turn, green flag in hand, and there it is. We are racing here in Daytona. Cars building up speed as they run through turn 1 and 2. Bobby Labonte got a good jump on the start. But with no one behind him, he's going to get swarmed as they go down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway. Ricky Rudd goes to the inside. He's going to try and take the lead away from Labonte. Ricky Rudd, one of those Fords that have been fast all weekend. Got help from a teammate, Dale Jarrett, pushing him. Off of corner number 4. It's going to be Ricky Rudd that leads that lap as we ride along with Dale Earnhardt. Now Jeff Gordon, who's carrying along the Pepsi in-car cam. These cars by now, they're up to speed. They're in the high gear, they're in the draft. They're going as fast as they can right now. Down the back straightaway. Jeff Gordon in a very special patriotic scheme for the 4th of July, that number 24. Ricky Rudd breaking away from the pack a little bit. You see Tony Stewart on the inside with help from Jeff Burton trying to get up there to him. Good flyby in the field here as they ride along with a rookie, Dustin Lewis Jr. in the Chevy in-car cam. Another patriotic scheme for Savage Arms. You see it runs up on Mike Skinner, who's also in a patriotic scheme for the Lowe's.com Chevrolet. A lot of beautiful schemes out here tonight celebrating the 4th of July. Dustin Lewis to the inside with help from Ken Schrader. John Andretti in the Cheerios Pontiac. That team, Richard Petty Motorsports, number 43. Fortunately losing their partnership with STP after the Sonoma or Sears Point race earlier this season. Now they have General Mills and Cheerios as primary sponsors. Tony Stewart getting the lead. He'll lead that lap, get 5 extra bonus points, but Dale Jarrett will go to the inside on him and try and take the lead. Ward Burton 5th in line on that outside line, following Dale Earnhardt's tracks. Side by side, that 20 car had the run on the outside. The outside line's good coming off the corner. Not so good in or in the middle. Following along with Ward Burton here in the Caterpillar cam. See Matt Kenseth running up here inside, almost inside the top 5. Good run for that rookie here on the super speedways. Jarrett trying to side draft the 20 as they go into turn 1. Can't quite do it as they ride along with him now. See him holding that bottom, just trying to keep his car in front of the cars behind him. They fly down the back straightaway. Doesn't seem like Jeff Burton can really stay with Jarrett on the inside when they come off the corners. Jarrett just gets a good run and he kind of pulls away from him a little bit. That is going to cause that inside line to be a little bit slower. And you can kind of see it there. Tony Stewart's going to come by. He will lead this lap. As you see the pack really starting to figure everything out, get in line, start running. And again, that inside just gets a little too spread out. They can't really stay nose to tail like you should. The draft works the best when you get as close to the car in front of you as you can get and stay there. You see it there. Tony Stewart clearing Jarrett as they go down the back straightaway. He'll go to the inside. He'll pick up Jarrett's help. And now Rudd will be on the outside, the first car on that outside line. Now we ride along with Mike Skinner in the 31 car. See, the 53 got a big head of steam as they went out of the trioval. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide with Martin and Wallace. And he's going to bring John Andretti with him. That shuffles the 2 car out of line, and the 6 is now stuck in the middle. It's not where you want to be in the middle here at Daytona. Nemechek gets shoved out of line. Johnny Benson goes to his inside. Steve Parkway up on the outside line. He's going to go backwards. Johnny Benson, earlier this week, losing the Lyco sponsorship. Tyler Beverly, Tyler Jet Motorsports saying they're going to run that car for as long as they can. But without a primary sponsor, that's going to be a hard task. But right now, Johnny Benson, inside the top 20. He's got a fast car this week. Right now he is picking his way through this pack and hopefully going to get up to the front and maybe log some laps in the lead. You see how everyone's just kind of trying to get something going here. Picking lanes, switching it, just trying to get their momentum back. See Andretti try to go back to the bottom, pick up another Pontiac and Johnny Benson. Here we go. Now they're going to get back in line. They're going to get that draft from the 31. They're going to hopefully get back to them. 31 goes to the inside. He's going to pick up Schrader. Or Nemechek, excuse me. Ooh, the kid is now stuck in the middle. Dustin Lewis to the inside of Kenseth. That's going to be 3 wide. 2 rookies. Battling for Rookie of the Year honors right there. It's just getting ahead of Kenseth is going to be good for Dustin, but I don't know if he can get there. No, there he goes. Kenseth's going to clear him as they go into 3. But this puts Stewart way on the outside of his teammate, Mark Martin, with no help. Gordon's stuck on the outside too. He's got no help up there. Earnhardt goes up there with Rudd. Oh, but that put Earnhardt on the outside. That's going to put Jarrett to his inside. They're going to go right by him again. A lot of movement going on up here in this front pack. Ricky Rudd, again, proving why he's the fastest car here. Fly down the back straightaway. Earnhardt stuck on the way outside. Jarrett was trying to force him even more out of line to hopefully pass him and clear him before they get to 3. But that is just making the Ricky Rudd's lead grow even larger. But if they get formed up, they'll swarm him. Kenta stuck on the outside, 3 wide. High line for him with no extra help. He might get a little bit from Terry Labonte. He's going to get a little bit from the 18. 3 wide across the line. Still no help. But here comes somebody. Look at this. 53 to the inside. Oh my goodness. The 88 almost cut his nose off. Thankfully the 88 was listening to his spotter. But now the 53 is going to go for the second position. He creeps up to the 88. He's trying to keep him to his outside. He knows if he lets him by, the 88's going to cut his nose off. He's still there. And now he's got help. To the inside goes the 53. Well, he has a good head of steam going through 3. Rolled it right through 3 and 4. Gets in front of the 88. Little bit of help from the 20. He go to the inside here. He's going to go for the lead. Look at this. The rookie. Dustin Lewis is going to go to the inside. He's going to have a run at it here. And he gets by him. 53 to the lead. Trying to get them 5 extra bonus points as we look back from his cam. Look at Ricky Rudd. He's going to try and make a move on him here to the inside. 53's blocking him. 88 goes to the bottom to help his teammate. Dustin's guarding that yellow line. He's not letting that 28 get below him. Oh, here comes Jarrett to the inside. He says, nope, I'm going to go with the momentum here. And Bobby Labonte too to the inside. Inside lane gets formed up here. That 28's so fast though. He could run the outside. He can just barely stay ahead of him. Off of corner number 2. Jarrett back to the inside. Burton looked like he was going to go with him. He's sticking with the 28. Robert Yates side by side for second and third. Meanwhile, it is a single car. Lewis Family Racing, the number 53 for Savage Arms, leading here in the Pepsi 400. He's doing kind of what he did in the 500 earlier this year. He was up front. He was there. One mistake cost him the win. He might be trying to get some redemption tonight. So we look back through the rest of the field here. Tony Stewart started up towards the front, slid his way to the rear. Johnny Benson started towards middle of the pack. Now he's finding his way up there towards the front. Rusty Wallace started on the inside of row 2. He's back there. A lot of movement going on up here in the field. Earnhardt stuck in the middle. 3 wide for that position inside of Mark Martin, outside of Labonte. That's the worst place you can be, is right in the middle. You're going to be getting all the air kicking off the other cars, and he's going to force the issue, make himself a lane on the outside line. Shuffle Martin out of the way. Ward Burton, our defending Daytona winner. He won here earlier this season at Daytona for the 500, and now look at him. He is staring at the leaders. Well, as the field comes on by, I think we're going to take our first commercial break. Stick with us here on MRN from the Pepsi 400 and Daytona International Speedway. We will be back after a few messages. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway. The Pepsi 400 still kicking off, and we're going to have a little bit of a lead change. Dustin Lewis gets shuffled to the outside. Ricky Rudd goes to the inside. He will take that position away. With Dustin on the outside, that's going to make it hard for him to get up there to the 28. But he gets a little bit of a run coming off the high side off of 2. He's got Labonte helping him. He's going to clear Ward Burton as they go into 3. And now he's going to follow the tire tracks of that 28 car. Coming off of 4. Look at the run he's going to get here. Is he going to go to the inside? No, he gives the 28 a shot as they go into the trial. .53 to the inside. He's going to have Nemechek there for help. Lewis back to the lead. He didn't lead that lap. Rudd got him at the line. But he's going to have Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek all behind him. As we are currently experiencing some camera issues. The audio's coming through just fine, but the image is a little bit behind. Apologies there, race fans. We'll try and get that sorted out as the race continues. Dustin Lewis resumes the lead. Ward Burton following him. Ward Burton tries to go to the outside. He can't quite do it. Jarrett will fill in that slot. And here comes the number 3, Earnhardt. Now he goes to the outside to try and help Ward Burton out. Rounding the bottom. 88.53. Burton goes to the inside, following Dale Jarrett. Earnhardt almost looked like he was going to go with the 22, but he's got a little bit of momentum. Meanwhile, look on back here, 4 wide. Earnhardt on the Jr. on the inside. Labonte, Kenseth, Andretti as our camera lags again. Oh no, missing it out here, and oh, we're getting it back. There it goes. Kenseth became the beneficiary in that. Andretti going to go in front of Earnhardt Jr. and Labonte. He got the worst of it. 4 wide, almost watered them up in the mid-pack, but they somehow got it back square. Good job on those guys. If you didn't think these guys were talented, that was 2 rookies right there in the middle of that, and they got it all gathered up and they kept it clean. Well done, boys. Oh, Ward Burton had a good head of steam, but that 53 cut him off as they went into 3. There's our camera again. We're still experiencing these issues. Audio comes through fine, but the image not so much. Off of corner number 4, 22 still following that 53. 53 doing a great job blocking these runs and just holding his line, keeping these guys behind him. Rounding corner number 2. Right along here with Dale Earnhardt. Coming off of that outside line. Got a good head of steam. He's going to make a good run on the 28 car. But he couldn't quite get alongside of him as they went into the corner. Earnhardt's going to have to fall right in line. Earnhardt's going to have a little bit of teammate help, looks like. He's got Mike Skinner behind him as Ward Burton gets shuffled out. He goes on the outside with no help at all. Earnhardt might go up there and grab him. Ward Burton is fast, and here comes Ricky Rudd all the way to the bottom. Ricky Rudd trying his best to pick his way back to the lead here. Ricky Rudd knows that car is good enough to lead laps, but he's having a hard time getting past people. As again, our camera is lagging sorely behind the action here as we go through the tri-oval. Dustin Lewis continues to lead strong. Jarrett in second, Rudd in third, Earnhardt and Skinner. Your top 5 as they cross the start-finish line. Labonte trying to make his way back into the top 5. Your pole sitter for tonight's race, and he is currently outside the top 5 as you see Rick Mast. We know these guys are going to have to make a pit stop before the end of the race. Rick Mast in very, very early. This potentially could be an unscheduled pit stop. That's not the message we're receiving here in the tower. This was a scheduled stop. He is down 2 right side tires, and he is down and away. Expect these cars to be coming down pit road any lap now, because they will have to pit before the end of this race. As the pack comes flying by, it just goes to show how long a pit stop around here takes. How much it can really hurt you if you time it wrong. So right along with Dustin Lewis here. They just came by Rick Mast, who's now merging onto the track. Looking back here at Ricky Rudd from the 53's camera. Into corner number 3, Jarrett to the inside of Rudd. Labonte coming on strong. Momentum's on that 18 side. He's going to have a little bit of a run coming off of 4. And help from Skinner, along with the pull from Jarrett. Out of the tri-oval. All trying to figure it out. Look who's coming up through the field, though. We talked about him earlier in the show. Johnny Benson. The car might be unsponsored, but sponsors don't make you fast. Look at this. Johnny Benson inside the top 10. Followed by Rusty Wallace, following behind Mark Martin, as again the cameras are just lagging behind. Come flying by into the turn 3. Rolling through 3 and 4. Johnny Benson, the 5th car on the inside line. Benson doing a great job. Just showing how fast that car can really be. They're still looking for a sponsor, I know. They might have something lined up after this one if he can keep this momentum up. Look at Earnhardt way up on the outside, highest part of the racetrack right there. That's not where you want to be in the corners. You're going to lose a lot of time up there. Bobby Labonte to the outside of the 53. Dustin going to side draft him as they head down into turn 3. Mike Skinner nowhere near to help him, really. But he's going to have a little bit of an exit here. And at the light, it will be the 53 that leads that lap ahead of Labonte. But Labonte's got a little bit more help. It's a little bit more formed up on the outside. Cars having a hard time sticking to the bottom as they enter 1. Some of the drivers have been reporting they have to lift going into 1. As we ride along with Bobby Labonte, the Interstate Batteries camera. Look at this. Dustin is going to have a little bit more momentum on the inside. He's got Jarrett right behind him, pushing him. As we ride along with Dale Jarrett. Down the front stretch. It's going to be Dustin Lewis at the line again. Just leading more laps. Coming up to 10 laps remaining. The question is, when do these guys pit? They know they have to. How long can you stretch it? Jeff Gordon a little further back in the pack. Following Rusty Wallace, you see Johnny Benson, the white number 10, Tony Stewart, Home Depot number 20. Two by 2 from the lead to Gordon. Jeff Burton, good run on the inside. He's going to try and pick his way back up to the front. He was up there in the top 5, fell back a little bit. He's going to try and crawl his way back. Gordon to the inside of Wallace as they head down the front straightaway. Through turn number 1. Earnhardt again stuck on that outside. He's refusing to give up. If you remember, Earnhardt announcing earlier this week, 2001 will be his last year as a full-time Cup driver. He's trying to go out on top. He's not giving up yet. Single file from Dustin all the way to Mark Martin. They've got some lap traffic ahead of them. 10 to go as they cross the start-finish line as we ride along with Earnhardt. You hear that lift that we were talking about earlier. Drivers are reporting they can't go into turn 1 full throttle. They do have to give it just a small little lip of throttle. Earnhardt's got a little bit of momentum on Benson. When they make the move, he pulls out on the bottom of Benson. To the inside goes Earnhardt. He's right on the back bumper of Mark Martin. Earnhardt finding his way back to the bottom. We could see him starting to march to the front. As you see, the cars are dispatching Fuller and Bodine, 2 lap cars. And Benson's stuck behind Fuller and Bodine. That's going to shuffle everybody around, everyone trying to pick their way by him. Dustin continuing to lead with 8 laps to go. They have said they're going to pit within the next few laps. Every team right now, they're saying, we gotta pit, we have to pit, we cannot make it on fuel. So we could be expecting these guys any lap now to come down pit road. Dustin back to the bottom, guarding that yellow line off of corner number 4. The top 7 all lined up. Here comes Jarrett to the inside of Labonte. Labonte gets stuck out to the outside. Burton going to go up high. Nope, he's not. He's staying right behind Earnhardt as they fly through turn 1. We're going to take our last commercial break here from Daytona International Speedway. Few messages to give you guys. Stay with us here on MRN. We'll conclude this race shortly. Check that out right there. Good morning. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway in the Pepsi 400. Only a couple laps to go. And pit stops are starting this lap. We've already got guys like Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin saying, hey, we are coming down pit road this time by. And there they go. They're splitting off. Car is already coming down pit road. Skinner, Kenseth, Bodine going with them. Only a couple laps to go here, so this could mean these guys' race. They just got to nail their pit stops. Andretti, Marlin's going in with them. Michael Waltrip going in with these guys. Looks to me like they're only doing fuel only. No tires. No tires. Doesn't look like it. Yep, no tires for a lot of these guys. Jarrett gets off first. Mark Martin going to follow him. Kenseth, Bodine, Andretti, Marlin, Elliott, Waltrip, and Skinner had a terrible pit stop. Lost a few positions on the stop. Pruitt and Petty now down on pit road. And here comes the leaders right here. Dustin Lewis, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Burton. Their time to make the pit stop. Making pit road speed as we ride along here with the 53. Can't speed on pit road. Can't speed on pit road. Not now. You see more cars with them. Labonte, Benson, Nemechek, Stewart. All on pit road to make their pit stop. Jeff Burton, you see him there. Ricky Rudd, the first one off pit road. It's going to be a tight race here. I think Burton got Dustin, Terry Labonte, Johnny Benson. Very close race here off pit road. This could mean the race for some of these fellas. We got one more car still on the track that was a part of the leaders that has not pitted yet. That's Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon coming off of corner number 4 now, and he is making his pit stop. Jeff Gordon is making his pit stop. He is being scored right now, the leader. Rolls onto pit road. He needs a good pit stop here. If he nails this pit stop, he might come out as the leader as the 28 car makes his way through 3 and 4. Oh, it's a good stop. He got a good getaway there. Clear track ahead of him. Here comes the 28. Right now, Mark Martin being scored second place. Ricky Rudd, Dale Jarrett. Right behind him. Mark Martin, now your leader. This man is very familiar with winning on these big tracks, Mark Martin. Still searching for his first win of 2000. And now he's got it in his sights. Jarrett to the inside with Rudd. These three got to stay formed up if they want a chance at winning this thing. Right behind them, Jeff Burton, Dustin Lewis, two really fast cars, and they're looking like they're going to work together to maybe attack these three. As our camera again is lagging behind us here. Down the front straightaway. Jarrett to the inside of Mark Martin. Rudd going with him. Robert Yates working together. Teammates go down the back straightaway together. Jarrett goes up to the outside to cover off. But here comes Ricky Rudd. Rudd wants this win. He knows he's been fast all race long. He wants this win just as badly as Jarrett does. Jarrett on the outside with Martin. Burton coming on strong with help from the 53. Coming to the white. This is the white flag lap. 1 to go. Dustin Lewis using the 99 car has found a way to be in this fight through the corner. 28, 53, first and second as they fly down the back straightaway. Dustin getting help from the 6 car as they run off into 3. 28 has to cover the bottom. He's got to cover the bottom. No, he's not. The 53 to the inside, coming off of corner number 4. It'll be side by side as they head to the checkered flag. 28, 53, 1 and 2. Who's going to get the win? It'll be a photo finish. But I do think Dustin Lewis did beat Ricky Rudd to the start-finish line. Timing and scoring has him as the winner. He is the winner.
You did it! Woo! Yeah, great job! That's all our hard work paying off right there, yeah!
What a finish to the checkered flag. Dustin Lewis, the 4th win of the season for him. His first coming in Atlanta, 2nd at Talladega, 3rd in Michigan, and now on the high banks of Daytona. Look at your running order here. That close of a margin between him and Rudd. A great day for a lot of these guys. John Andretti with a 7th place finish. Terry Labonte P9. Johnny Benson in the top 10. Very good race for a lot of these guys. Good runs. Tony Stewart unfortunately finishing 27th. Started up front. Not a good way to finish for him. Jeff Fuller, Jeff Bodine, the only cars finishing 1 lap down today. Not a single failure. Not a single yellow. The perfect race for the number 53 car of Dustin Lewis. 4th win of the year. And now 1 on the high banks of Daytona. Redemption from earlier this year where he led in the 500. A mistake cost him late. And now he'll have the chance to make his mark on Daytona's high banks by burning it down. Go for it, young man. Smoke the tires till they blow up.